Now, this is the conscientious objection is, of course, what is called the declared resistance. Now, there is the undeclared, or the grey refusal, and that is the refusal of those who are not politically aware, or who are but don't say it out loud. It's all those people who get out of the army by non-declaration or by non-declarative ways. So, as I said before, there's one way out, and it's very popular, is of course the medical/psychiatric way out. So there are apparently quite a growing number, or a great number, of people who get out of the army on this clause of the medical psychiatric clause, and this is called Profile 21. And of course, and again, the least wanted is the 21 because it has a stigma. Because if the certificate itself says medical reasons, but if you go out on psychiatric reasons, which are not real even, but if you go out on that reason, it's stigmatic, and people would prefer not to use it. So, New Profile has sort of looked straight in the eye of this Profil 21. 21 Profile is a way out. It's a means of struggling against occupation. I'm repeating myself, but I think it's an important point. So let it be. If that is the way, then we will embrace it, and we will unstigmatize it, if that's the way to say it in English. Yeah. And it has looked into it, and people like Sergei Sandler, which a few people here know about, have checked and seen that it's a lot of a myth, that it makes your life difficult, that you can't become a doctor, or it's difficult to have a driving license. It's not true. Of course, if you want a driver's license, then you have to pass a little test and pay 500 shekels, which is €100, and to become a psychiatrist, you have to have an interview. They just want to check if you're sane or not sane or anything. But of course, you can work in any profession, and that's okay. Actually, when you come to work interviews, to job interviews, in Israel it's very, and this is something that I should broaden on, because I sort of I plunged into the refusal, but I didn't say anything about the Israeli culture and the way we are brought up, and why going to the army is such, it's not only compulsory, but it's perhaps the only thing to do at the age of 18. So if I just come back to the job interview, if you go to a job interview, people like to... So people have a tendency, they want to ask you, so what did you do in the army? But now it's also against the law. This is private information, you can't ask actually. You're not allowed to ask questions about the army. So if you want to refuse to the Israeli army, it's okay. So I just want to really talk about this upbringing of ours. I am also a born Israeli, and I know that I didn't question it even. I knew I would go to the army at the age of 18. And I did. And not only that, these were the days, this was 72, 74 that I went to the army. And that was before any intifada broke out. And then we were, I knew, I had my thoughts then. But never had it occurred to me to resist. There's no way. No way, and I did not, and I went to the Gaza Strip. I was in a settlement in the Gaza Strip too. So, but we are brought up on this, on the sort of thought that after the Holocaust, Israel must defend itself. There's That's the only thing that is there. That's the only thing we know about. That we must defend ourselves, and there are enemies all around, and so Israel must have this army and must defend it. I know this sounds very simplistic, but it is really in our bloodstream. The catastrophe for the Jewish people in Europe was so great that this Israel is the only place for the Jews to be, and this is where we will defend ourselves. This is the axiom, actually. It's something that we grow up also in school. There's no questioning. It's something that is obvious. I don't know how to even explain it. But it doesn't matter. And what makes it difficult and very I can't find the words right now, is that it totally denies the narrative of the Palestinians. So it's even said that the Palestinians ran away in 1948. It's not talked about that they were driven away. And horrible things happened. This is denied. They ran away. And there's still a lot of, the armies, the Arab armies told them, go out, come back in 2 weeks. By then we will have the Jewish state and you will have big presence. And this is the story we are told. If you start questioning yourself, if you start questioning the history and what you're told and what you're taught at school, then you come to what is called the left side of the politics in Israel. You're considered a leftist, and then you may be branded as what are the words they say? Oh, you have this nice spirit. You're over nice, or you are naive. You don't you understand? This is a harsh world. Or you can be branded as crazy. Close to crazy. Yeah.